on here. Okay, so I'm going to try again on my Dell 1525 laptop over here. Right now I have kind of changed with the way I pointed the cameras at the screen, maybe hopefully it'll be a little clearer. But I'm going to try again. I haven't got the remote desktop to work in Fedora 25 64-bit. Works great with TeamViewer and 32-bit, but not in 64-bit. I've looked around at some of the other VNC remote desktop apps that I've used for all the years. I don't have any. I kind of quit doing it so much. I still use it once in a while on my older systems that had like Fedora 14 and stuff, because I already had it installed and it has a graphic user interface to turn it on and off. It was real easy, but it's not easy, and it's just a pain in the neck with the newer one, so I just haven't messed with it. So I want to mess with it a little more and see if I can get it going, because when I do my install of Fedora 25, and this is Fedora 25 with Cinnamon desktop here on the laptop, and it doesn't fit the whole screen on the laptop because I'm doing dual monitors, and I can only do 1024 by 768 in order to when I selected, clone the monitors, it did that. That's the highest resolution you could get. So, but that's all right, because I need to be able, if I'm going to have to do it this way with the camera pointing at it, I need to be able to sit over here on my big monitor. Plus, I can switch over there with my KVM switch and control it with my KVM switch during the. Can do everything from right off my regular keyboard that I'm used to using. So there's that. But if I get remote desktop up and going on one brand or the other of it, then I can forget about that. I can unplug that monitor and it should just go right back to the normal resolution. So let's see. I guess I will get started. Now, what I have planned to do, first thing I'm going to try is I've got my little USB adapter with the SD card in it, with my easy to boot and some of my files on there. I will plug this in. I could have already done it if I'd remembered, but I'm going to well, you have to do it after you boot up, because then it'll try to boot to this, because this boots too. So I'll plug it in over there in the laptop, and I'm going to try. I thought, okay, I will try TeamViewer 12. That's the newest one on this. It might work on this desktop. It could have been something to do with my desktop it didn't want to work on in the 64-bit version. I kind of doubt it, but it's worth a try. And also, I went ahead and put TeamViewer 11 on there, because I have that in my Fedora 21. It won't run 12. It works fine. So maybe it would run. So that's my thing I want to try now. So let me get over there and plug that in. Okay, yeah, see, with the monitor cable plugged in, I can just switch my KVM switch. I can't do any switching with my OBS Studio, but I'll get it on the camera pointing at the laptop, and then I guess that's what I'm going to do right now, isn't it? Okay, so get on to camera. Oh, just for the fun of it, I'll show you what I got going. Okay, here's my handheld camera. There's the laptop. Now there's one of my cameras, the one on the short tripod. It's right there close, and I got it close so I don't have to zoom. And then that one up there's the one that's pointing at me when I'm sitting in my chair. So, and over here is my big monitor, and that desktop's not running. It's not the one I'm using. Actually, I'll just show you the one I'm using. Whoops. That's the one I'm running and streaming with. That's the Lenovo i5. It's a quad core with 4 gig of RAM, but it only has 256 megabyte of video memory. So that's the one downside to it. It's really quiet, though. That's cool about it. So when I switch over, I'll show you my KVM. Oh, I can't do that until after I switch the camera off over to the laptop. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the laptop, switch my KVM, and then I'll go to work. All right, there's my laptop. Okay, yeah, we're good. So I'm going to let's see. This one, Cinnamon Desktop, is a clone of, or not a clone, but a fork of Genome 2. I didn't remember that that's what Cinnamon was. I remember it came out years ago. I think they changed. I think it started. I don't know. Maybe it was, and I just didn't pay enough attention. But anyway, it has a nice search, like the KDE search, which a lot of you who run Windows 7 may think they invented that, but no, KDE had it 2 or 3 years before Windows 7. Windows 7 copied Linux KDE desktop, to be specific, and there may have been a couple others even before that. I think there were. But okay, so I wanted to see. I know it doesn't have Crusader. I'm not going to install anything, but just, I'm going to, if I need to install anything, it's just going to be, I'm going to do that just to get started here. But, oh, let me go back to my system. I made a mistake. I won't show you, but, well, I'll go ahead and show it. Okay, go back to desktop. Okay, I got my live stream. It's okay, looking good. I wanted to make sure it was working before I started, thinking everything's okay, and it wasn't. But if I leave that like that, I did that and forgot about it yesterday or the other day, and it started eating up all my memory, and I didn't realize it had gotten up to two and a quarter gig of memory that I was using. So this is one of them that I could try. Vino, actually, Vino. In this little article, it's just kind of a good rundown of it. But remote Vnc Server, it's actually now part of, as of 26. Well, no, as of me looking in the repos a while ago, as of 2017, I guess. Only that was Fedora 21 I was looking at, but so we'll see. It's part of what's called Genome Remote Desktop, and it's supposed to be easy to use, and it's supposed to have a GUI interface, but I couldn't find it in Fedora 21, so I don't know. But I think while I'm not even using the web browser, I'm just going to close it so the machine won't have too much to do. See if everything looks okay. Yeah, I got to watch all this, or I'll end up with everything halting and going to a coming to a crashing halt. Okay, so there we go. Now you'll be able to see what I'm doing on the laptop. Not real good, but you can see it. And you can hear me through the mic on the Lenovo Wi-Fi. It's a Dell 1525 laptop that I'm going to put. It'll do 64-bit, and so I want a 64-bit OS on it. I had 32-bit Fedora 21 on it right now, and Windows 7, which I'm pretty sure was 32-bit as well. I don't care about having Windows 7 anymore, so I need the space, so I'm going to just reformat the whole thing and update it to Fedora 25. Now here's what I want: my 32 gigabyte SD card and the USB adapter. And see all these other files. It'll boot. It's called Easy to Boot. Is the system I use to build it with, and I just put this folder with my files in there for doing things like this, But and this little what is this? This, if you see, I use Crusader. It's a twin panel file manager. But if I'm going to have to use one of these kind, Nemo. Okay, Nemo I like. Because when you go into a folder, it stays. Oh, doesn't either. I thought it did stay the way you left it. It's just ridiculous for it to change back to that view. Maybe I could go in here and say, what's the default view? Let's see, display. Yeah, there. Maybe that'll fix it. That really drives me crazy. I just cannot read those lists when they're done that way. I don't care about any of the rest of it. Okay, I'll be a happier camper. Okay, now I went ahead and a while ago I copied all of my VNC apps. I have TeamViewer 12 and 11. 12's a new one, so that's the one I want to use if I can. Now this is the I just now realized that's an i386, so that must be why it doesn't want to run on the 64-bit. and there's nothing else available. I went and looked on the site yesterday or today. Last night. I've been up all night again, but been a crazy schedule. So let me go into the 11 and see what it's got. It doesn't have a live or portable version but it does have an RPM. They both say i686. That doesn't mean that they won't install on a 64-bit though. So I've got Windows versions and everything in there. That's what's nice about several of the that other one, TigerVNC and TightVNC, they'll both work on Windows and Linux too. So those TeamViewer, TightVNC, and TigerVNC, which TigerVNC is a fork of TightVNC, which if I remember right, actually I like better. I think it works much better. It works faster. Between Windows and Linux anyway. Now, between Linux, I don't think I ever had any trouble with either one of them. But, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and try it, though. I'm just going to do like I've been doing. What you do is you unpack it. And this time, I will extract it. I guess it's going to ask me where to. Yeah, okay. Go ahead and extract it to. No, let's don't. I've never seen anything give me, well, once in a great while. But most of the time, if you put an app, well, you won't know for sure, will you? Okay, I'll put it in home. Because that's where apps are generally expected to run from. Most of the time they'll run just fine from any folder within home, you know. Okay, now let's go home. There's TeamViewer. TeamViewer setup. Now let's see. Now you can't just right click and run it. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy the name there. Makes it easier. I hope I can say open terminal. Open in terminal. Let's see if it opens it in the right directory. It says TeamViewer. Okay. Good. Now, let's see if it'll run. I believe I see, same problem. ELF interpreter, no such file or directory, and on and I've gone through that over and over. It just does that every time. Okay, so we might as well delete that. We don't want to be using up memory. Go back. Oh, I'm trying to go back and I can't. Go back to 32. Okay. Could try installing it. Vnc TeamViewer. I guess it's best. Well, no, let's try 11 first because I think I'm going to have the same trouble I did on the other. What is that? That's from 2010, so that's even older version. So the RPM, let's see. Open with the MX installer. Let's try that. And then I can always install the 12, and it would just upgrade the other one. But that doesn't fit the screen right, does it? That's because of my weird resolution, I guess. Well, sometimes these are proprietary apps. They're not, open source. They're not in the Linux repo, so that's probably the reason. That's the kind of apps. These kind of apps will sometimes not work just right because. Okay, it says, it just says it's going to install it on Fedora 25x8664. Maybe it's still working, I think. Anyway, that's not unusual for odd things to not work right with a proprietary app. But usually they do run. But it may also have to do with my oddball display size, but kind of, I don't know. I don't usually have that. I've used that a lot. That's display size on this laptop. I leave it that way all the time because I usually have it plugged into my TV through an S-video cable. Yeah, it wasn't done yet. And I usually don't have this off-the-screen kind of stuff going on. So I don't necessarily think it's display. I think it's this app itself, its installer. There's one app that does that to me, does this to me, getting too wide like that, and that is Crusader's file renamer program. Okay, same problem. As the not as just now, but as yesterday when I tried to install 11. Older TeamViewer. Let's see. Okay, I think it's saying it doesn't like that version. So now we can still run this one. Shouldn't be a big problem. What's this? Looks like I might have two versions of 12. 12.7.1.5.1.0. 12.7.6. May 2017. December 16. Okay, this is the newest one. Go by date modified. Let's see. Yeah, it's on the top now. So that's the one I want to do. I didn't realize I had two very close versions in there. Well, I just downloaded it again yesterday, I think. So open with YumX. Oh, that happened fast. Now why can't you do it? Okay, it says it can't load it. Okay, I do have one other idea here. Let's see. Yeah, this is I saved the web page so I could get to it real quick on this live system here. That should open up in Firefox. And it has the commands to install it. It won't be in the repos, Fedora repos, but it has some commands you can use to install it. So there we go. Installing via the command line. Yum install. I'm going to try it that way. Well, wait. Okay, I'll do this. I'm probably going to have to go get that particular version number off that file I have downloaded. Okay. I'm just going to try that first because it may find it for me. Nope. Couldn't find a match. Okay. I don't think it was telling me to download it first, was it? I wasn't paying attention. You're supposed to be able to. Okay, so need to put an underscore, then go get my file name. But I believe this is supposed to get it from their server. That's what I think I'm doing. Same problem. Kind of not surprised because if you opened up, the actual RPM, then that usually, if it needs to talk to the internet, it usually does it for you. It's not saying like, go get it somewhere from a repository. So, I'll try that other command, but I don't think it'll. Yeah. I'm going to try deleting that. Oops. It's not deleting like I want it to. Okay. Did I get it? Looks like I did. Ooh, you dummy. There. Okay. There. Zyper command not found. I've never seen that before. I don't even know what the Zyper is. Download public key. So if it started asking, I read this before. If it's asking for the public key, that's where you can get it. But there wasn't any errors about keys. that I saw, so I don't believe that's my problem either. Okay, so we're not getting TeamViewer. We are not getting TeamViewer on here, period. Won't run. We need a 64-bit version, and they don't provide one. So it runs great on 32-bit, but not 64-bit Fedora. All right. Now, our other thing, oh, that's TeamViewer. Now, I could try TigerVNC, or that's Windows. TigerVNC. I think TigerVNC is the one that works the best because I see that I only have that one Tight. Oh, that's Tight too. This is Tiger. Oh, okay. Get confused. Tiger. Okay. TigerVNC is the one that I've tried out the most as far as working between Windows and Linux. And it is the one I have on my other Linux systems. It's also the one that I couldn't see a way to get it to start up. And even if it does, I got to go through my routers and all that. But I guess it's my next thing to try. But that's in the repos, so. And it doesn't really, I tried that yesterday, and it wouldn't run in the mate desktop, so it's not going to run. I tried unzipping the 64-bit and running it just from the folder, and it didn't work. So I'm not going to try that again. So let's go to DNF, if I can never type it. Okay. Now, we want to search for Vnc Server. Doesn't seem to be coming up with anything, or else it's being slow. Let's just go VNC. It came up in my other systems. Maybe it's because I don't have RPM repos in there. What's in here? Yeah, okay. I tried installing that on the laptop in Fedora 21. It didn't make it. It didn't show. It wasn't anything that would give me anything in the command line. I mean, in the GUI. It says, okay, reflector, specialized Vnc server, which acts as a proxy setting between a real Vnc server host and a number of Vnc clients, was designed to work efficiently. It's just a large scale VNC is what it sounds to me. Easy enabler. Okay, I didn't remote. Yeah, all it's doing is showing the file I have on there, I think. Let's see. This is not just searching the apps. It's searching files too. Yeah, that's the HTML file I just had open a while ago. Okay. Going to administration. Okay. I would need to turn the firewall on. I'll go ahead and do that now before I forget. If I install something and it still wouldn't work, and I'd be going, what? There we go. That should make it. Should make it work. I don't trust them whenever they don't give you a save option, so I'm going to look and see if it saved it. Sometimes these firewall apps don't want to save anything until you reboot, and that's not possible in a live system. Okay, it saved it, so it should be active. But that right there is not going to help unless I have a VNC app. Vino, there's Vino. Okay, let's see, Tiger. There's TigerVNC. Okay, now see, it already has some of it. It has the minimal. So let's try that. Let's just try all this stuff. Okay. May have to try and run that update, but that'll be too much for my memory. See, those two are not updated. Let's see, TigerVNC Server. Applet, what does that do? I don't want class to use the web browser. I mean, I guess it won't hurt to just do that in this live system. I might have to end up trying that. Okay, and then and then I'm just going to select on that. A lot of these will probably get selected on their own, but that might be needed. Since I'm really wanting to make it work, I'm just going to do it all. Okay. It's going to install these. One extra little app, FLTK. Okay. Yeah, if I can get that to work, then I'll go ahead and do my continue and do my install video. I'll be happy. I could try. I don't really remember ever being able to install wireless drivers and not having to reboot to get them to work. Thing. Maybe sometimes, I can't remember, but I believe I was looking on the Fedora 21 system, and I believe the wireless drivers were in the repos, but I just need to install them for this Dell 1525 laptop. They don't automatically. They might automatically install during installation of the operating system. It kind of has gone back and forth over there. I've had this thing for several years now, and it's kind of gone back and forth with that. Okay, they're installed, and it didn't do all those updates. How many of them are there? Not as many as I thought, but it's still. I'm going to try to go without them, and then. Okay. That's just the viewer. Yeah, that won't do me anything. Okay. Let's go in the settings area. Let's see. This is kind of cool, but I like to have your normal menus too, because that's what I'm used to. I'm not quite sure how to get to the settings that I want. Maybe in there. Okay, I didn't come up by any of those searches. Let's look through it. I don't believe networking. I'll have it, but let's look. No. 192.168.10.101. Yeah, same IP as the last time I had it booted up. Okay. Accessibility wouldn't be it, would it? They did kind of say. No. That's just what I thought it was going to be. Okay. See, startup applications, you could add it in there. Maybe. You'd have to manually add it, looks like. But I'm not going to I can't reboot this live system, so it wouldn't be of any use to me. Yeah, choose an application. And then I don't know if you could choose it or not. Yeah, no, that's the viewer though, not the server. Okay, so couldn't even do it easily there either. You don't really want it to start up every time. I wouldn't. I just want to turn it on and off when I need it because I want it running all the time. I don't, in case somebody could get in from the internet and can do anything they wanted to your machine then. Okay, let's see. Same old problem as before. Internet. Yep. Still, the only thing I added was just a couple of little things there when I did that install, and it still didn't help. Okay. Yeah, this is not any kind of control for the this is to the, it's not any kind of control for the this is a client to connect. It's not a server. I was thinking though, let's see. I meant to I forgot where it was now. There we go. Oh. Tiger about, so let's go to the, yeah, here we go. TigerVNC.org. That's what I want to know or go to or whatever. Okay. There's the website, but I want to say, probably want server setup. There it is. Okay. I don't want Red Hat, I want Fedora. There we go. Starting Vnc Server. Okay. Okay, there's some commands. Shouldn't have to do all that. That's ridiculous. It used to be so, all you did was click twice and it was on. Alright. This is on the Tiger site, so it might be commands specific to Tiger. Looks like it's just telling you the whole, so you can learn it all. If I studied this for months, I would never be able to remember all of it. That's just one thing I can't do. That's why I have never gotten into doing everything in the command line. Matter of fact, I've found lots of ways you don't have to do things in the command line. Let's see. System CTL. I don't know. Let's just run that command and see. Number. I'm probably going to have to put a number in there. I guess I should read that. don't know if it's going to be 1 or O. Oh, I see. User 1 at 3. Whoa. I don't want more than 1 though. And there's how you works as a template. Because that's telling you how to edit ETC system D system Vnc Server service. Okay, I think that would be, you know, to configure it to go ahead and, oh, there's telling you how to put your password in there and everything. Huh, password's not protected. Okay, so let me see for 2. I'm trying to figure out how to just start up one instance of it. I guess I can just say 1 instead of the word number. That's what it looks like. Let's see if we can just put that in there without doing root services. I mean root privileges error code. It didn't work. What happens if you put number in there? Same thing. Get that out of there. Okay. It must have to be like that. I'm going to just copy that one. Maybe one of those will be enough. I guess I could do 2 of them. Or maybe I need to be root. I wasn't paying attention to the errors well enough. Let's see. It says not found. User. User 1. Should be live user, I think. Service 3 not found. Okay, live user was good. Service, I'm going to say 1. Service 1 not found. Let's say live user. And I don't want Service not found. Maybe you don't need service in there. Wait, get out of there and start again. Okay, try that. If that doesn't work, then change it to live user. I always want to hit Control V because that's how I always paste. Live user dot service. I don't know. It's telling you where to go to find the errors. This live user doesn't work. This is why I don't like doing this. Okay. There used to be a graphic program called Services. I don't know if they have it in Fedora 25. And you could start and stop services with it. Now that would be easy if I could just see that app in there. Well, here's my system info, Fedora 25, x86 64, Linux kernel, Core 2 Duo, 2 gigahertz, 2.9 gigabyte of memory, 38.7 gigabyte hard drive. It's bigger than that. I guess it's not seeing it all right or something. I think it's, yeah, it's like 120 gig. Okay. You could try editing that file and it might take effect right away, but oh, Vnc Server, what is this? Lib system. There's root. Yeah, that's a bunch of file editing. Maybe I didn't pay enough attention to this one. I think that's it right there. What's this? What's this script business after it, though? I think that might be it. I know, I'm just shooting in the dark. It's another shot in the dark. Let's just see. Not found. Maybe you've got to have script in there, you think? It could. I don't think those square brackets belong in there. Command not. Maybe I need to type, get the app up first. Let's see. Vnc Server. Okay. Okay. That was good. Now. Okay. Local host, live one, live user. Made a little music over there. I don't see anything telling me that problem occurred. It doesn't say what the problem is. Okay, we got startup script. Okay, creating default config. Okay, did that for me. Okay, but I don't know if I'm running yet, so I'm going to try this. Try that. I'll just say script because it said it's created a script, so if it's already running, it'll just tell me it's already running. Nope. Still doesn't see that. Oops. It doesn't see that. Well, I don't think that you would use those square brackets, but let's try it anyway. You know, at least you know you can play all you want in a live system because command not found, because it's just if you break it, you can just reboot. I know that that dash in front of there goes there though. Those commands aren't found. Okay, let's go to I want to see the system monitor. I want to see if we got any VNC running. Or maybe, what is it, Tiger? XVNC. No, I don't want to end the process. Okay, so maybe seems to be there. Okay, I know what I can do now. If I go to this, went away. I don't like that. The app closed. Localhost, it said it couldn't connect. Let's see. 192.168.0.107. That's what its IP is. I didn't have that right. It's locked up, the app. Or is the computer locked up? The computer's not locked up, but the app's locked up. Vnc viewer. Did it go away yet? No. Come on. I'm going to end that. Now that's what you do when you got an unruly app. Careful, I end what I don't want to end. I think it's the only VNC viewer I've got. 192.192. Let me make sure this is the right IP address before I keep trying that. One 2.168.0.10.101. That's right. My 10.101. My I'm only on wireless. My Wi-Fi is not working. It says unable to connect. Connection refused. Why? But it didn't say it wasn't running. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean anything. Where's my... I already set up a password and everything. It may not ever work until you reboot is the thing. All those files may not take effect, those config files that it made may not take effect until Vnc Server Vnc Server. That's what I typed, wasn't it? Let's see. What did I do to get that? Yeah, Vnc Server. Okay, so Vnc Server used to start. Oh, if I just quit trying to go faster, then I can read. Okay, so I started it. Now, can be run with no options at all. In this case, you will choose the first available display number. That's good. I like that. Okay, I didn't specify the display number, so it just chose the first available. That's all I want. Okay, so I have it up and running. So why can't I connect to it? Let's see. You can usually always connect to your own local VNC. And I'm trying it this way because my other machine's not on this. You know, I have to go do a bunch of router configurations to make it connect from my other machine to do what I've been wanting to do. But I do have it up and running. I could see it running there. So I'm going to close that. Now, I'm not going to close that terminal window because that might mess me up. I don't think I have another. I'm going to see. Well, that's getting up and going. Oh, it's already up and going. Well, let me go. I want to go look at my main machine and make sure all my video's working right. I haven't looked in a while. Okay, so there you are with a crooked screen. Can't read it, but at least I can explain what I'm doing there. Where's my mouse? It hasn't come in yet. I want to make sure this machine's not overwhelmed. Sometimes when you switch the KVM switch, it takes a little while. Sometimes you have to switch again to get your connection to work. Okay, back to this one. Go back to my streaming desktop here. Okay, now it's good. It just didn't catch good. Okay, I'm all good on my memory and all that stuff. I know I'm not showing that, but that's okay. I don't want to switch around and then forget to get in the right place when I come back. Oh, I did want to make sure my stream looks okay. So while I'm at it, I could do that from the laptop, but I don't want to overwhelm it, you know, with too many apps running, so I'll do it on here. Guess I could switch to what I'm doing here, but again, kind of I'll just go ahead and just look and then. Okay, yep, I'm streaming and I got good stream health. That's what I need to know. But I am going to close my web browser again because that way I'm not using too much stuff on my machine. Okay. Yeah, and if anybody tries to type to me, I won't see it. Sorry. Guess I should have put something on there to say that. But I don't know if you can. One time I tried to type a message at the beginning and it wouldn't let me. The only time I can remember for sure that I can type on there is when to answer somebody when they type to me on the chat thing. Have a drink. Okay, now, yeah, see if I open up, say if I go to YouTube, I want to I get worried about whether or not it's working. Oh, I can't. I have to sign in to see that. So yeah, I was doing it the best way. Well, I just looked at it. It's all right. I'm sure. Okay. I make so many mistakes with when I get to moving around fast. I used to be real good at that. I used to run sound for bands. I used to run video cameras for on cable TV shows. I used to volunteer on cable TV shows sometimes. Ran sound for bands from about 83 to about 2000. And so I used to be good at all that kind of stuff, but not anymore. My mind don't do it well anymore. So, okay, so the server's up and running. So what I want to do now then, I don't need those odd little things. Keeps giving little errors though. Remote desktop. There should be other viewers. There's other ones that I like a lot better. Not seeing them though. I know that. Let me look in this settings thing. There's something that I had to change in my Fedora 23 DNF to where I could see everything. Wasn't showing all of the newest only. I don't think that's it though. Because if you don't have newest only, then you'll see all the different versions and it gets confusing. Maybe it's just because I don't have RPM Fusion, but I really can't believe that that's all that Fedora has in there. Okay. Oh, I can do it from a web browser. I could try it because I installed all that stuff. Well, I don't have that port opened up. Let me go look at the firewall, make sure all that's... Could be that the firewall's not doing it right. I said 5900, but I didn't open 50... It's just Vnc Server. Now let's go see ports. Well, let's just add those ports. I'm going to add them both right now because I just want to see if I can make it work. Okay, that should... Maybe that was my whole problem. Now then. Okay. 192.168.10.101. Nope. Okay, now let's try it. Oh, I just opened up a new web browser. I don't like when you have all those buttons down there because then you accidentally open the app up twice. I'm used to only having my open apps down there in the bottom. Unable to connect. Try 5900, but I don't believe that will work. Nope. I don't think that it's serving up right. It should be asking me for the password. Get back to where I was with my search in case I need it again. Why is it not going away? There. never seen one not let you connect it from the same machine you're on. You connect right up, and then you get the video feedback effect. Let's see. How to set up VNC for Genome on CentOS. That'd be too different. I already set the password, but it's not even asking me for the password. Maybe you have to put the password in this app. No. No, I don't see anything. Says connection refused. Huh. Well, I don't really ever use that Tiger app because I don't like it. Could go over to my machine and try, but well, I'll have to reset up my. You think? Do I have another machine? No. My server's running, but it's not on that router either. I don't have anything else on that router. I could boot up that Windows 7 machine. It's on that router, I think. And then try to go to it from it. I might try that if I don't figure out something better here. But it looks to me like it's up and running, set up and running, and I know it asked me for a password, so what it should do is ask me, because what I don't know is if that viewer that I'm using, the Tiger viewer, I don't know if it's not the kind that can receive all that stuff, you know. There's so many other apps. I suppose I could. It'd be kind of weird to. Well, I know that if you just keep on installing stuff, you will end up locking up here. Now, there is one thing to consider: the updates. Of course, if you do all those updates with that app running, I don't know what in the world it might do or not do. Packages, groups, available, updates. Oh, maybe I just wasn't in all. Now I'll do my search. Should have. I think it goes to all when you do one of those searches. Okay. Just those two. That's ridiculous. I did this. I think I did this. Yeah, I installed Yum Utils, but I did that yesterday, and I didn't end up getting YumX. I don't see YumX in the list. Maybe they're not going to let you do it anymore. They did in Fedora 23, and that's what I still use. Yum Extender instead of YumX, just YumX, not YumX DNF. Let's see if it has YumX. Nope. Okay, so it doesn't have it. Just doesn't have available the things I need. Okay. I think I need that. I've tried that before and I never saw it doing anything. You have to probably have to go set things up in a config file or something. Remote box, that's for VirtualBox. Okay, I'm going to go try it from my other machine because I'm just kind of stuck in doing it any other way. This is an odd little manager. 192.168.10.101. I'm just going to leave it up there so I can go over here and get on my other machine. And I'm just going to go turn on this with this, hoping that it's still all set up and working. I can go, I've done this kind of thing before. I'll go to it through a remote desktop. And then I'm going to get over here on this machine. Let's see. Go ahead and open up my web browser while I'm letting that thing boot up. And I will see if I can get to that one. Through the back door. Sometimes just clicking on live dashboard and see if that'll work. I don't know which one it tried to open up. Yeah, that one. Okay. Yeah, the last couple of weeks, my internet has just gone out. Oh. Oh, how about that? That is the same guy that wrote to me the other day. Oh, I guess I could be talking if he was there. Hey, John, I can't monitor the chat while I'm working on the other machine. Sorry. Can't leave the YouTube. Can't leave the YouTube live monitoring app open. If you're watching, you can see the live stream admin page. Yeah, I left it open last time I was on here, and it used up 2.25 gig of RAM, and I dang near locked up the machine and stopped my video. So I just have to check in once in a while, like I'm doing right now. So anyway, yeah, it's blurry because I'm using a camera pointed at the laptop, and what I'm trying to do is get a remote desktop installed on the live Fedora 25 64-bit live, so that I can live stream from that do remote desktop over to the laptop, and then I was going to do my install that way. That's what my whole scheme is. But I'm not having much luck because there's not very many apps in the default Fedora repos. Actually, I think they're there, and I just can't get DNF to show them up. I remember I had that trouble on Fedora 23, and I can't remember the setting I had to change. But I'm on Fedora 23 is what's on this system that I'm on right now. I need to get off this admin page here. It uses up memory as I look at it. It already had gone up to about almost 700 megabytes just that short time. Now it's already gone back down to 521 in Firefox. I have a lot of trouble with that. This last year now, I think. Didn't used to. It's really weird too. I got 4 gig of memory and it's quad core. The only thing that's bad about this little Lenovo Y5 is it only has 256 megabyte of shared video memory. At first, that's the only problem I had when I was watching videos and stuff. Now I have problems with the memory getting chewed up on certain apps. But anyway, I am going to try something. That's why I got back on this machine. I'm just going to, well, let's try that. Let's try this first. I don't think it'll work, but 192.168.10.101. Oh, I forgot to put in the port. Copy it. Okay, let's try and stop it. I'll see if I can put in the port. 5800. When you get it started and it doesn't want to go, then okay, well, it went back there. That'll work. I don't believe I'll be able to go there because I can't go from this router to that router. But I usually don't use the web browser. I usually use the remote desktop app. I'm sure it won't work. Let's get this remote desktop app and try it. You don't want the HTTP. Am I on the right thing here? Yeah, okay. Yeah, it should be clear now. Okay, now that won't work either. Wait, did it work? What did I just do? Oh, I accidentally double clicked on something. Yeah. Oh, I hit find, that's what I did. Okay, now yeah, it won't work because I can't go straight through that router. But what I can do, I believe, is get in Teamviewer. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. I'm gonna close the browser. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, so now I should be able to get into Teamviewer. Or no? How do I do that? I think yeah, see, I don't know the number for that machine. I guess I have it written down. But the password will be different every time in Teamviewer. So I guess I go in with the regular. How do I do that? I can't even remember. It's been so long. Okay, let's leave Teamviewer up like that. I think I can remember. I think it's that one. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Can't remember the password. I have to go look if that's not it. I think I changed it. I think I have that right here. But at least I know I can get there. It answered me. Okay. What is that one? I'm looking. Okay. Gotta find the right machine. I'm overlooking it, I guess. I've already looked through all of them. FIC. There. Okay. Okay, so I've found the right place to look. Now let's find it. Oh, it looks like I made a password, a regular password for Teamviewer for that thing. There it is. I must have typed it right, and it just took that long to work. Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and do the login, and then try to do Teamviewer because I think it'll work faster. Okay. Are you in there? Yeah. Now that's my Windows 7 machine. And I'll let it boot up before I try to connect with Teamviewer, but how am I going to know the number for it? Oh, I think I have to do it. I have a password written down for it, but to get to know the right number for it, because Teamviewer uses numbers. Okay, so probably what I've been doing is what I'm doing right now. I log in with this. Once it boots up, then I open up Teamviewer, because it may not be already running, unless this one works well enough, but it looks like it's working really, really slow. So could be because I have so much going on, though, with my live stream, too. So, anyway, I believe that this machine, this Windows 7 machine, is on the same router as that laptop. And so instead of having to use the camera, now that I'm sure I have VNC running, up and running, the TigerVNC server up and running. Now, maybe I can log into it from here unless I still don't have it working right. And if that works, we'll probably just go ahead and do my install live like I've been trying to do. I don't want to do it with that blurry camera, but if I can't figure out any other way to do it, maybe I'll just do it that way. But for instance, people notice that it looks terrible, like that person, John, there wrote to tell me that. He must have just came in right there in the middle. He didn't know that I already mentioned that what I was really trying to do there. But yeah, sorry, I can't monitor the chat because my machine just can't handle running that much stuff at once. I have to shut down my web browser. I can't do it on the laptop either because it's just running live on 3 gig of RAM. So let's see. I have to be kind of. You see, OBS is doing all right, but it's 23%, 23% of the CPU, 445 megabyte of memory. That's good. After a while, it'll get on up sometimes. But if I keep, if I see, I went ahead and closed Firefox and all that other stuff. And this is just taking a while. Oh, and this is 64-bit, and it's really slow to boot up and run. It doesn't run very well. I'm probably going to have to go back to 32-bit on the Windows 7. It's a dual core AMD, but it's only got 2 gig of RAM, and that is the absolute minimum to run 64-bit, and it just doesn't run good at all. Well, I forgot that I really didn't want to run this thing because of all those freaking crypto lockers and all that on the internet. I'm not going to be surfing or anything, but gosh, some things can hit you just because you're running. I don't use it to surf or check emails or do anything, but still, things can get hit. Okay, there it is. And as soon as it gets to where I can tell that everything's up and running, I'll look and see if, click on that and it'll come up in a minute. See if it looks like Teamviewer Server's running. I can't remember if I have it set running in the startup or not. That's TeamViewer 11. I don't even have 12 on there. It'll still should work though. Well, if it runs okay, I'll just use this remote desktop. I actually like this one better anyway. Might be okay. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I have to use a regular remote desktop. Do I have one on this machine? I'd have to use like Tight or something. Tiger or Tight, whichever one I may have on there. Watch me not have either one of them on there. Actually, if I had it on there, it should be on the desktop. The things that I use the most, I usually put on the desktop. Okay, that's what I've got on there, TigerVNC. So that's what I'm using to connect to is a Vnc server, and that's what I have. Let's see, is that what? Yeah, that's what I installed over there in the Linux, Fedora 25 Linux 64-bit. Vnc viewer. I don't know. It should be. It's probably in there, and I don't see it. Yeah, I think. Yeah, that's pretty responsive. Okay. Now, my laptop went to sleep. There we go. Get it woke up. 192. Let's check my IP address and make sure I'm on the router I think I'm on. Can't remember which one of these is the. Open the sharing center. Yeah, I might want to switch over to Teamviewer. I think it may be faster. I still it's hard to tell because, like I said, the machine really doesn't run all that well. Let's see, yeah. Used to when I had 32-bit, it could run so fast I'd forget I was on VNC. I'd forget I was doing remote desktop. I mean, I could slow the machine down if I opened up too much stuff, but just normal, like what I'm doing right now. It didn't take forever to show up. See how it's coming in squares like that? That's the VNC, I think, causing that. Okay. I want to know my IP address. Let's see. There, I think that's it. I always forget. You got to do like 3 or 4 clicks to get your IP address in Windows 7. At least that's from the way that I know how to do it anyway. I don't use Windows hardly at all. I haven't since 2005. I was big into 98 and XP. And then I went to Fedora Linux in 2005. Well, I started on Windows 3.1. I was big into 3.1, then I went to 98, and then I went to XP. Come on. I think I clicked the wrong thing anyway. I think details is what I want. Okay, 192.168.10.102. Okay, so I don't think I'll be needing 10.102. Okay, so yeah, that is the same. Since I'm already here, let's see, 10.101. That is the machine I'm trying to connect to, my laptop. Let's see if it connects to it. If it does, then I'll go ahead and switch over to Teamviewer and see. Nope. It refused it. Okay. Now, I don't really know what I can do. I have my ports open in my firewall. And, you know, when I started up the VNC app over there, it asked me if I want to set up a password. I mean, it asked me if I needed to set up a password, so I did. And this app, I know for sure, if there's a password, it will pop up and say, you know, it'll give you a little box to type in the password. So there's something else going wrong that is refusing the connection. But it doesn't say no route to host. If my VNC wasn't running over there, my server, then it would say no route to host. So my server's up and running, but it's refusing connections. Why are you refusing me like that? That's not nice. Not nice at all. I want to see if I can connect to it and see if it's any faster. What did I do? Oh, I closed that. Okay. I don't think... Yeah, TeamViewer's not already running, so what I've been doing, I think, is opening it up. Yeah, that's the way you do TeamViewer. Well, I mean, you can set it to open up. I think... You could set it up to boot with Windows, and I could do it the way to where I could log in like I did here with this other VNC. But you have to go join their website and give them all your IP addresses and let them monitor what you're doing, and I didn't want that, so I didn't do it that way. They won't let it. They won't. From what I remember, they won't let it work unless you run through their server. I don't want to go out into the internet. I just want my local server. That's all I want. But so yeah, so I think that's what I've been doing. It's been a long time since I've been on here, months. Still works at least. I had it fouled up the other day when I was trying to get to that desktop, but now I know they're both on the same router, and I can temporarily change that. You can only forward to one. Can I? Yeah, I think I don't know. I might be able to forward to. No, you can't. The VNC ports can only go to one machine at a time. I can't go to multiple machines. TeamViewer is taking forever to open up, or taking forever to show up. Okay, so let's see. Make sure everything still looks okay over here on this machine. And I guess I'll go back to the laptop. Let me see. I can look it up on this machine. I don't have to be over there on that machine. I can just do my research. Okay. Do I want to allow Teamviewer to run? Yeah. They asked me for my password. Okay, there it is, finally. Okay. So it should be giving you some numbers here in a minute. There they are. Now, 7429516. This changes every time, so it doesn't matter if I show it. The password does. 742951625. There, I've used it before. All right. Now, what was the password? CPT642. Yeah, this machine doesn't don't believe it. Well, with TeamViewer, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think it accepts requests for, on port 5800 from the web browser. It only accepts them from, well, it only accepts them from the app. So, yeah, I don't think you can get to it from the internet, just locally, I think. But if I see something happening that I'm not doing, I'll know right quick. Okay. Now let's go close that other connection. Close that app too. Now I may not care anymore now, but yeah, I think it'll work faster now. Now what's the name of that? Tiger. I was using Tiger. I don't have that on the desktop. I guess because I don't use it very much. TeamViewer, probably because I kept getting myself confused. I took it off of there. Okay. Still not much faster, is it? So maybe that other VNC would be just as well as this one. If that's the case, I'll go back to it. But okay, so the connection's refused at any rate. So I'm gonna have to open up my web browser and I'll go do a little more research. And see if there's a way to. I don't know if my browser doing this, and neither one of them come. Well, that one's already in. Okay. History, Love Dashboard. I think that's the right one. There we go. Make sure everything looks okay. Okay, well, if John ever comes back, then I'm surprised he came back. Different day, different time. He must be on YouTube Live a lot. Okay, I meant to go look at his. He didn't have a link. One time, the other time when somebody said something on there, they had a link to their profile, and I went and checked them out. Okay, so everything's still good. My stream health and everything. But what I need to know now is. What is that? TigerVNC. I'm getting myself all. Okay. TigerVNC setup. Maybe I didn't do something right. Okay. CentOS. I'm going to put Fedora. See if it'll find me anything specific to Fedora 25. Okay, that's in Fedora docs. I think I have a lot of links for TigerVNC in there. I went through and did a bunch of sorting on my links today because I was having trouble finding stuff. I think they're all under software now. Maybe I didn't change the VNC. Thought I did. This may make it harder instead of better. I didn't. I don't know why. Okay. It must be in that one then. Okay. This is just a Fedora basic stuff, but it's TigerVNC. Okay. Installing, configuring, starting, terminating, installing viewer. Okay. On the Red Hat stuff? That's Fedora. Okay. Red Hat Enterprise 7. That's the numbers aren't anywhere near the same as Fedora. I'm on Fedora 25. I started to say that's old, but okay. Now it's etc systemd system Vnc Server at .service. All right. Okay, we're on my desktop. I'm gonna make sure I'm showing the right thing, what I'm talking about here. I've already got it installed. I may have to do that. I may have to make that config that I saw when I was looking before. But I thought when I typed that command it did all that for me is what I thought. Okay, there's a command. But I can't do that here. I have to do it over there. Okay, so that didn't ever come up. I'm thinking I may want to close this to stop using up so much network services. Didn't come up with TigerVNC like I wanted it. Keeps going to the file search. But it does seem like now it's working faster. Oh, I think it's Tite, not Tiger. That's why. Tite is what I have on here. Tite is actually the grandfather of TigerVNC. TigerVNC is a fork of TigerVNC. TigerVNC viewer 10.101. Options. What options? Just the viewing and stuff. Okay. So yeah, when you try it, the connection just gets it's actively refused it. Okay. Well, I guess I'll leave it. I wonder if I can get that to. If I can make that go to the desktop, that would save me some trouble here. Right clicking doesn't want to work, or it's taking forever. There we go. Send to. Send to desktop, create a shortcut. That's what I want. Now I can just do that. Okay, so I'll just leave it like that though. That way I can get to it quickly. So I'm going to have to go try that configuration file. I kind of had a feeling that was something I might need to do. Oh, before I go over there, let's go ahead and switch back to the blurry screen. Can't help it, sorry. Okay, so now you'll be seeing what I'm doing. Sort of, kind of. Okay, now, close that. Now, I already have that page open over here. I did. Now I closed it. Okay. Fedora 25. TigerVNC setup, Fedora 25. I believe this is the page I was on right there. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead. Oh, this is this is not forgot. This is a live system. Oh well, I'll do it for the moment. So I can find the pages I've just been at. All right, now it's already installed. Configuration file needs to be made. I'll try the command. Normally I would just use Crusader File Manager and do it that way, but Crusader is not on this system, and if I try to install it on SU for root, cplib, okay, it says it did it. Now there's no need to include the display number or any of that stuff. And then what do I got to do? Edit etc systemd so and so with the actual username. Leave the remaining lines of the geometry and all that stuff. They'll be created. Okay, I gotta go there. Probably won't let me go straight there, but we'll. Now, how am I gonna get? Oh, I have two. What's this? This is my old one that I don't want. I didn't realize I still had another. Does not have Thunar. Well, let's see. What's the name of this? Let's see if I can open this up. This is Nemo, N-E-M-O. All right. Let's see if I can open Nemo up in root mode. Okay, I think maybe it opened it up in root mode. Let's find out. Okay, now. Oh yeah, here we go. That's why I copied that. Now I want to go to that folder and then I'll Vnc Server at service. Okay, now then. Oops. Vnc Server at service. All right. Okay, now what did it tell me to do? Can you replace user with the actual username? Leave the remaining lines of the file unmodified. User, okay. User. Oh, it tells you copy the file to so and so, which is what I believe I've already done. Hopefully, copy it to. Yeah, I think that's where I found it. So. Oh. Trying to keep on searching and instead, dang it. No, I don't want, there's no undo. Where's the undo? Yes, revert. Okay. Yeah. It doesn't keep on searching. Thing goes away. I don't like this. All right. I believe where it wants me to. Okay, so that's going to be, found that out earlier, I believe. Okay. Save. now run system CTL reload. Delete the little quotes? Probably not. Let's try it. Okay. What happened? It says something's not. Oh, that's you usually get a lot of junk like that when you open something up as. See what it says though. When you open something up as root of a file manager or some of these other apps up as root, you usually get a bunch of junk like that. Okay, so I'm going to open up another terminal now. I forgot what I was going to try and run though. I got it in my. Okay, that worked. Put that one up a little higher. Now then. Enable the service. Now that's something I didn't do a while ago, so maybe. Do not run that if your local service is untrusted. This will open the port to 59ON. Have your host A to host B. I guess they mean 5900. Never heard of an N in a port number. Maybe that's some way they write things out that I don't know about. Okay, now let me keep reading before I get all ahead of myself. Okay. Wrong one. Okay, let's see. Display. I thought you said you didn't have to put display in there. Maybe it hasn't done it because it doesn't say anything about you have to reboot, but I don't know what display, but I guess I need to change it to, I guess I'm going to say display 1 or O. Maybe I should say O. I'll say O. It's usually what they do. Try O first. No, did not work. When you used to have to edit the display files, it still doesn't work. What am I doing wrong? I don't know. I don't know what the syntax is supposed to be there because I'm just copying what I see. Okay. I'm going to go try to log into it before I fool around anymore. And if that doesn't work, then it said that it was going to do it automatically in the instructions over here. It said no need to do all the display stuff. Let's see if there's any different kind of, sometimes there'll be different commands and different instructions. There's a whole long exactly how you want to set it up. System reload. Okay, so I'm going to go see if it works. Go try it again. Okay. This is one of the longest things I've gotten into in a while, trying to do stuff like this. Still being refused. Okay. Oh, I I switched without. Go back to my camera. Okay. Okay, so what can I do to get this command right? System C2 enable no such file or directory. Okay. Close that one. Think. Open terminal. I think I need to be in that directory. Open up. Didn't open up. Did I click it right? Is it not working because I already have that? It shouldn't cause any trouble. If I close that, I'll close up my I knew I had messed that up. Alright, so I'll go in my little terminal window. CD. Okay, now we're in there. Now let me go get my command again. Not that command. One in here. Yeah. Where'd it go? This one. Nope. So no such file or directory. System C2 now enable Vnc Server at display service. So I don't think the command's wrong. I think I'm saved that file. Try it again. No such file or directory. Okay. I don't see a way to do save as. Save as. Where did we want it to do? etc system d system. Okay, that's the right place. That's where that file came from. So much stuff open, it's confusing me. etc system d system. Yeah, that file's there. So I don't think you used the little quotes. Because the other one didn't, yeah. The other one didn't use them. Sometimes you just have to guess. Sometimes they expect you to use them and sometimes they don't. Much more things you could do. Oh. I think I replaced live user in the wrong place. Yeah, those are commented out and I put live user there. I can't go. I've already saved it, so I can't get rid of it. That's okay. It won't be the end of the world. Well, live user. This is where I want to put user. Okay. I'm going to figure it's every play. Every one of these spots. Live user. This may not work at all because it's, you know, in a live system. Guess it's a fun little aggravating pain in the ass experiment, huh? Okay. I gotta run those commands again. I'll do this one again. That one runs fine. Now this one doesn't say anything about user or anything in there, so this one still says no such file or directory. I don't have a clue. I mean, I don't know how this works. I'm just copying and pasting commands, so following instructions. Vnc Server at display service. Let's go back to the regular instructions. Edit it, replacing user with the actual username, leave remaining lines of the unmodified, argument, geometry, all that stuff. And then start spin start one. Execute start. That's a wild looking command. Is that something I should run? So make sure I've saved my changes. Yeah, I saved my changes. Once in a while you can't run a command and you do, some things you can't do them with the file still open. Usually you can, but I'll close the file, make sure. Nope. Okay. Daemon reload. See, this tells you this whole big long command here to run, but also some of that stuff is kind of saying it's automatic, so I don't know if I really need. That's not a command. That's just giving you an example, I think. Okay, yeah, because it doesn't have the number sign. I will not say hashtag. It's not a hashtag. It's a number sign. Okay. Hash is what you eat for breakfast. Okay, systemctl daemon reload. I already did that and it worked. And then set the password. I did that earlier when I first started it. I could do it again, but first I just want to see if it'll allow me to even try to log in. Yeah, that's not a command. Okay. So let's go see. See, that doesn't say anything about it. Hit that reload again. That doesn't say anything about running that other command either. Okay. Let's go try it again. Desktop screencast. I am on the right. I can go. I have a wireless keyboard and mouse too hooked up to that laptop, so I can. Thought I still had the IP address. Just make sure I wasn't getting it wrong. Opened up. I guess I closed it. 192.168.10.101. 192.168.10.101. Okay, I don't have that wrong. You want to keep on trying when you ended up having things wrong. 92.168.10.101. I gotta say, there's one proprietary app that I really like, and that's that Teamviewer, because it just, except for when it don't run, it won't run on the 64-bit. It runs on 32-bit Fedora. But All the years since 2005, as soon as I don't remember when I learned how to do VNC. It wasn't a couple year or two in, but I've always had to go through my routers and do the forwarding and all that junk, and had to do what I'm doing right now. Well, except for I never had to set them up manually. You just install the apps. There'd be a graphic app to turn it on and turn it off, set your password, and that part was simple. This junk I'm doing now is backwards. I don't know why Linux is going backwards. There was so many wonderful graphic apps from 2005 when I started and on up until the last about 3 years. They just keep falling off and falling off. And all the things that used to be easy to do, you now have to do this fiddling and farting around with everything. It's just ridiculous. This is the reason that I didn't get into computers when I was young. I didn't get into them until they started being graphic and easier to use. When you had to do everything in the terminal, it was just crazy. So, because I'm not good at that stuff, obviously. Okay, so let's see. That's already installed. Okay, let's go ahead and try setting the password again. Even though I know I've already done it, maybe I didn't. Maybe it didn't take right or something. Oh no, I can't do it on this machine. Okay, I'm going to follow those instructions on the laptop. And then, that may be my last straw if that don't work. I got to get a soft spot. My throat is sore and everything else. Okay, I'm on the right place. Yeah, but guess what? Forgot to switch. I don't even know what I'm on with what I'm broadcasting. I think I'm broadcasting my desktop. And now my KVM switch is not cooperating. Okay, so what happened? Oh, a Teamviewer window was up in front of my Windows window. I thought it had logged itself out. Okay, so that's still not working. Okay, now I am on desktop, so yeah, I need to switch back to the camera so that I can at least show a blurry view of the laptop. Okay, so I'm going to try the commands for setting the password. I'll just do it again. If it was already done, I'll just be doing it again. What? Oh, I don't need to do that. I'm already issued. I just need to do VNC password. Would you like? I already did this before, but no, I don't want to view only password. Okay, now let's go see. I'm gonna go ahead and reload again. Well, no, don't do it yet. Might lose my. Maybe every time I reload it, I lose my password because they're showing you to do it after the reload. So maybe I should pay attention to that. Okay. And I had already done it before all that reloading and everything, and it didn't work. So, desktop, TigerVNC. Actively refused it. Let me go look at my. It said something. The switching back and forth a lot is really getting me confused as to what I'm doing and what I'm showing. That's why I like it when I have VNC working. Then you can stay on the same machine, show your video, do your work on all the machines you're working on. That's why it is worth even on some work to get it set up. Yeah, it told me to. Oh, I want to check my firewall one more time. Make sure that. I'm wondering if my firewall settings didn't take or something, or I didn't do it right. I went ahead and just clicked on Vnc Server, but usually I've always had to actually put in the ports, and so what I did. I don't think you need UDP, but it can't hurt. Unless you need it for like the return or something. And I don't think it'll hurt to have that on there as well. That should have turned it on right there all on its own. There's protocols. Let's see. Oh, okay. I'll leave it like that. But you can't. That's what it said in those instructions. But see, you can't even select that. You can't save that. So that's just some way of abbreviating it or something. I don't know what they meant by that. I've never seen anything like that before. Go ahead and close it because I think that's what makes it save it. Try again. So I added UDP as well as TCP on the ports that I opened up. So we'll try it again. It's refused. Been refused. Okay. Go back over here and look again. Let's see. Okay, now I'm supposed to have this file in. Yeah. Let's make sure I have copy lib system so-and-so to etc system d system. Yeah, okay. So this file, etc system d system vnc server at dot server. So this one here, that's the one. So it is in its right place. Only thing I can't get to work is that one, that enable command. I don't understand it though. I don't know what to do. Run. I must need to change something like, say, the display word there. What else? Enable VNC server at display. Now that I might need to change. Already tried 0 and 1. Warnings. Let's open the ports to 5900N. Yeah, host A and N, those are just like representatives, okay? Because you could use 5901 or whatever. That's why they're doing that. No listen. To prevent TCP, well, I don't want to prevent that. Use localhost to prevent remote VNC clients except when doing through secure tunnel. I don't want to restrict anything to make it harder to work. Description, remote, desktop VNC. I'm pretty sure live user is right. It's spelled just like that. You have to put, I guess you put, you put the user of the machine you're on. You don't put the user of the connecting machine. I don't see anything about that I got wrong on that part. This is the part that makes things happen. Everything below, or all those number signs are, those are commented now. All that out, it's not active. I guess if you didn't know that already. Everything down here is what's actually doing it. But I can't get that that command to run. I don't know what I need to do to make it run. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I think I need to. One thing I can see that could possibly need to be changed is just, unless it's, I wouldn't, it says service, and I wouldn't think they would expect you to change that. Yeah, Vnc Server service. Enable. No such file or directory. We're in that folder. Go to a root directory. See if that makes any difference. Nope. I already tried every number I could think of. Tried O. Syntax error. Token O. I'm just going nuts now. I guess I'm switched over to this thing. Okay. exec start equal spin so and so so and so so and so. Edit system services, replacing user with actual username. Leave the remaining lines unmodified. The geometry RMS VNC desktop to be configured by default is set to 1024 by 768. That's the example. Okay. Save changes. Make this changes take effect by reloading the daemon. Then it tells you how to change the password, and you should be done. I'm going to search for that command and see what happens to go there just to see. Oracle. Pretty much the same instructions, but that's for Oracle. That's some of those ones I was looking at before. Oh, there's some commands to open up the firewall. Yeah, make it permanent, which I would do if I was going to reboot. We can do that in the GUI. What's this? Okay, that's all about other stuff. I don't want to get into all that. Okay, and is this where I'm at? That's in CentOS. CentOS is, you know, based on, like I said, it's based on Red Hat, not Fedora, but I tried setting up CentOS server, and you had to do every stinking thing in the command line. And then right after that, they came out with, well, I had set up Fedora 14 as a server, and that wasn't too bad because that was back in the good old days with all the graphic apps to use. But before that, I had been using Chaos web server. It was an RPM-based distro that was just for web server. I ran that for about 5 years until it finally got to where there was that the whole website was shut down. Still didn't have any trouble with it, but it was running on a Pentium 3. It still makes a great footstool. It's still under my desk. But now I've got it running Fedora 23 server version running on an IBM. It's a Pentium 4 class, but it's a Celeron, and it's quiet. It doesn't use quite as much. It's not as noisy and as much heat as a Pentium 4. I have a Pentium 4, but it's noisy and makes a lot of heat. Make good servers. They don't use, especially the Celeron, it doesn't use quite as much, electricity. But main thing I'm concerned about is noise and heat with the server running all the time. But I need to upgrade it too. I've got about 4 machines, maybe more, that I got to upgrade to Fedora 25. I don't want to do 26 until after it comes out. And it's fully, I want it to run around, be out for at least 6 months before I'd want to run it. But, okay, this is all the stuff I've already done. That just says, see on the regular page there, not on that file itself. I've been reading those instructions. The one I'm hung on there in the actual file, if I can find it, Vnc Server service file. That's where the only place I see that one command that I can't get to run. It may be an old command. Sometimes they'll leave those in the notes and they don't change them. So nobody else says to even do that. Run that command. They just say run daemon reload. And I guess I'll try reloading it again. Run daemon reload, and what happened? Command not found. Wonder if that's because I got out of that. Let's get it out of the file. Because I got out of that folder. I could have copied it wrong though. There. I just had it in there wrong. Oh yeah, I missed one of the letters. I see it now. It doesn't have the S on system. Okay. So I reloaded it again. I guess I'm pretty much at the end of my ideas because all I can do is just follow the instructions best that I can. You know, there can always be other reasons why these things don't work. I may have got all that working right, but it definitely, I can't get there from here. On the same router, right IP address, but it says it. The thing is, it doesn't say can't no route to host or anything like that. It says no connection can be made because the target machine actively refused it. Now that's telling me that there's something not set up right over there. I wonder if I can blank that password. Oops. First, let's switch back to my camera. I don't know. I don't think it'll let you. Oh, yeah. What was it? How did I start that up before? I just typed in TigerVNC or whatever. Unless they have it all wrong about the username and they want the username that's on the client, but I don't think so. I think the last time I started it up was not in any of these. Yeah, that's one. Okay. Yeah, when I just typed in the name of the I think I'll close my file. Make sure it's saved. System CTL daemon. Oh, okay. What's the name of it again? TigerVNC? I know it was VNC Service or something. When I was looking, yeah, it was up in here. There it is. X startup. Yeah, Vnc Server. There it is. Vnc Server. Okay. Yeah, this is what happened last time. Creating default startup script, root VNC startup, config root VNC config. See, it told me it was pretty much, it's different places though, different files. X startup. Okay, but it didn't say anything about the password this time, probably because it's already set. VNC localhost live 2 log. Okay, now, what was that password command? Uh-oh, my machine's, the fan's starting to run hard on my laptop and it's beginning to not, it's not responding. I may have done it. It may have been all she can do today. May have used up all the memory. Crap. I may have started another instance of it. It says 2 on there. I don't remember it having a 2 the last time. So that could have been what did it, this right here. Crap, it's completely locked up. It may not come back. It may crash. That's what it'll do when the memory gets full. I can't look at anything else. It ain't letting me do nothing. I'm gonna go back to the other machine. I was gonna go try that password changing, but sometimes even though the machine's not responding, you can still, you know, like do a little quick connection to it or something. So I'm gonna go give it a try. Give it something else to do that it can't do. Nope. Still refusing. Okay, so. Well, that thing ain't responding. I can always keep checking it with the mouse, but no, it's still in the nolo respondo mode. Okay. VNC's is real fun when it works, but setting it up manually like this is a pain in the butt. Ew, I don't like this. I'm just too spoiled. I haven't had to do it before. I want to do it. Shouldn't have to do it that way. Install a couple apps, click a couple of buttons up here in your system administration, and you'd be going. Okay, so let's go see. That's it. I followed the instructions over and over. I can't figure out my page is going off the end there. My monitor switching around so much, my monitor's out of whack. Still didn't help. Switch back. Now my mouse is not even moving. Oh, barely. There we go. And my mouse on my KVM switch is not moving, but the wireless mouse will move a little bit. I'm just going to let it sit there until it either starts working again or locks up. Going about my other business here. If I can get back to my main desktop here. Uh-oh. Now I don't want to come up. Sometimes my switch will get a little cantankerous. It's about it. Let's see. I think I bought this KVM switch in, I don't know when, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002. It's pretty old. It's been good. But the switch doesn't always want to make a contact when you put it on one of them, one of the spots sometimes. But if you do it, keep moving. If you put it back on one that's one of the other machine, it needs to be on a running machine where there's a machine running. Put it back on there and then back off, and it's usually okay. Okay, I have to try this again. I know it ain't going to work. Why do I keep trying it? All right. What was I thinking? The only way I can even try, it's just so rotten that way. The only way I can even think about showing that install is in the blurry mode with the camera. And I just really kind of hate to do that. I told myself if this didn't work, I'd probably go ahead and do that. And then maybe if I figure it out later, I can always make another video. I was actually kind of trying to make this for a friend who wants to put Fedora 25 on their system, and they've never. I built them a Fedora 17 or something like that system once, several years ago, way back when it was brand new, and they've got an old Windows Vista machine they want to put Fedora on, and so they've never done it before. And they moved away, and so they used to be my next door neighbor, and I used to just help them pretty easy, but now they moved away, so I thought it'd be good. I just wanted to do this anyway, but I thought, hey, if I make this full video showing, putting it on the USB stick and doing the install and all that. But my big hang up is getting my VNC to work to make a nice video. So, plus I have all these machines I need to do. I keep clicking on everything. I wanted to make sure that my I'll go back to my live dashboard and make sure I'm still working here. It'd be really bad if it wasn't after all this time. Okay, it's still working. spell. I'm sure I saw that John came back and answered me, so he did come back. Okay, well, thanks for watching, John. You're probably not watching right now, but probably coming and going, I imagine. Looks like I'm gonna give up on my VNC for now. I just have no other ideas on how to make it work on that machine. I figured out that TeamViewer does not work on 64-bit Fedora. I don't think it works on any 64-bit, probably because it's an i386 file. I realized that after I read the name of the file. It's not set up for 64-bit. So TigerVNC, I just can't figure out how to get it set up and running. Used to, I said it 100 times today and yesterday, but used to just be easy. Just install it and use the GUI to get it set up. It do all that back end stuff for you. So tired of messing with that now. And I hate to do, if I do, I'm gonna have to take a break too. Didn't at this too long, but I don't know if I'll do it today or not. But I may have to just go ahead and get that laptop set up with Fedora 25. I am going to do the Cinnamon desktop because I think it is, I think that laptop's locked up. I think I'm going to just shut it down. But I think the Cinnamon, it definitely ran several hours there with me doing all kinds of stuff, installing stuff on that 3 gig of RAM and some dual core, so it did pretty darn good. So I think maybe that Cinnamon is a little bit more lightweight than Mate, maybe. That would be really good. So I'm going to go ahead and install that version. I thought I might try the other option, if I need a little more headroom, I can use the Bane 8. I have that on my little SD card. I thought I might boot to that just to see what it looks like on there and see if there was an easy way to... I mean, my goal isn't to... I'm not going to be using VNC once I get it up and running. The only reason I wanted VNC on there was just to show the install. And it would have, if I wanted to do 32-bit, that'd be easy. It TeamViewer runs on the 32-bit perfectly. You don't even have to install it. You just run it in portable mode. Just unzip the file and run it. And but I don't want 32-bit on that machine, so there's no point in doing that. I mean, I could do it for demo purposes, I guess, but I could do that, like I was saying for my old friend, to make a better video for him. I could do that. So maybe if I kind of might end up, maybe that's what I ought to do for the video. Of course, I'm going to install several more, but all the ones, let's see. Well, when I do my server, but that's going to be different, completely different. But it will have to be 32-bit, and I might even have to go to the Bane on it because I don't. The Fedora server now is 64-bit only. I know that. That'll probably end up being the Bane. Okay, then the other machines are going to be 64-bit. I'm pretty sure the other machine that's a Core 2 AMD dual core, pretty sure it's 64-bit capable. This laptop is the Lenovo i5 that I'm on right now. When I upgrade it, it's 64-bit. I'm running Fedora 23 64-bit on it right now. So yeah, I don't really have a need to install and keep 32-bit. Really don't for anything but the server. And that's probably going to end up having to be the Bane because I've looked several times and there's just no. Yeah, there's not a 32-bit server for Fedora anymore, server version. So. It was on Fedora 23, and I believe that was the last one. So, I think what I need to do is, let's see, the laptop has had it, so there's no point in even showing it anymore. I'm going to just have to shut it. Or I probably had, it doesn't respond after all this time, and the fan slowed back down, but it's still not responding. So I'm just going to have to hold the button down and do a hard shutdown on it. Yeah, nothing's happening over there. Mouse will still move, but nothing's happening. Okay, so Go back to my live dashboard. I think what I'll do then, this is, uh-oh, didn't want to go there. I hope my internet didn't mess up. No, that's okay. Let's try going back to my channel. Yeah, I lost my link now. I'm probably not going to be needing that anymore. Guess I can. What I think I'll do is, that happens sometimes. I have to close the browser and open it back up. Yeah, I guess I'll close that too. I don't need that. I'll go ahead and shut down the machine. Let's see. Oh, that was. Oh, yeah. I better watch out. I'll close my link to the machine. Okay, shut that machine down. That'll close the TeamViewer automatically there. There we go. And because I don't need that machine running, the only reason I had it running is to try to connect to that laptop. Okay, so I had 1, 2, 3, 4 machines running. Luckily, it's a nice cool day, and I'm not running out of air to breathe in here. But temperature, it's 63 outside today. It was 59 all night. So that's not what I meant to open up. That's Firefox. Okay, the machine went down like it should. In a minute, I'll force that laptop to shut down, but I don't need to show none of that. I'm trying to get back to my live feed. There we go. That shows up that I'm live. Yeah, I know. Well, good. I'm still live. I wanted to make sure I was still live before I shut down. I wanted to know what was going on. So I don't, this page, you know, the regular live feed page, that one, I could go there and see what the chat's going on in the chat, but I can't see the health of the stream, and that's the main thing I want to see. Plus, when I get there, it'll start talking, and I can mute it and stuff. But it's this, for some reason, the video playing, oh yeah, that's one thing I could do. Like if I go to my channel, and but letting it play, and if there's one thing I might be able to do, but I'm kind of afraid to even try it with so much going on this machine, too much for it. Where is it? You have to do you have to click so many darn times just to get back to your live feed. I did click on my channel. I think I have to click on Video Manager or something. Then it'll come up over here. Oh, I guess if I click on Show More, it might. There we go. Anyway, live streaming. So if I go there, and then it shows the health of my stream, and that's the main thing I want to know, you know. And it doesn't do the audio by default, but it does play the video, which is good to see, but you don't need to leave it like that. I could pause it. And that might be okay. It might not use up so much memory, but just setting there, see, just like that, it's 525 megabytes. And so, you know, I can just shut the browser and not have any of that being used up. And plus, you see, it's using right there, just sitting there like that, using 2 to 4% of the CPU. I believe that's a total overall, I think, of all 4 cores. You can look at it that way and tell. You can really tell what's going on there when you look at it like that. But see, I definitely don't need to be pushing it. So what I've just started doing the last couple of times I've done streams is just close the browser. If I'm not using it, then, you know, close it up. So, yeah, I think I'll take a break. And my throat actually is hurting from talking so much. That other day, it was actually a day and a half, 2 days ago when I did the last set of videos. I did it all day, and now I've done it for 2 hours and 40 minutes today. That's way too long. But yeah, if I do anything else, I'll start another video, but I don't know if I'll do it today or not. I may wait. But anyway, thanks for checking in, John, and hopefully I'll get things worked out to where I can, make the video work right. If I can get that TeamViewer working, then I can make it just, it'd be look just as plain. Well, it's not quite as plain going through the VNC as it is straight off the desktop that I'm streaming from. Oh yeah, there's one other thing I didn't try. I could try. I'm pretty sure it won't work. I could go ahead and install OBS Studio on the laptop during the live, mode, and see if it could stream and do the install at the same time. I don't think it can handle it because before I tried running OBS Studio, it was actually, I think, the older version, and the newer version is lighter weight and does run better on my machines, but it just couldn't handle it. It would just, after a while, it would just lock up. So I didn't really want to try that, but I guess I could try it. It wouldn't hurt to try it. Probably get into more disappointments, but OBS Studio was in the repos, I think. Well, maybe it's not in the live version. I don't know. I think I might have been looking at it on the laptop in Fedora 21. I'd have to look again. I can't now. It's locked up. All right. Anyway, that is something I could do, is just do the stream straight from the laptop. That would mean I couldn't do near as much. I couldn't do cameras. I could only do like a desktop stream. I have to plug my mic into the laptop instead of my desktop, which is kind of a pain, but not that big of a deal. It's kind of hard to get back behind my rack. I'll show you. I'm not being completely whiny. Well, I'll show you. All right. See that rack right there? That's where my audio gear is, and sorted junk. There's the laptop over there locked up. There's my cameras that I've been using. Under here is that little one on the top is the one I'm streaming from. And so back there in the back and in the dust is where I have to get to unplug that mic cable that coming from my preamp. And then there's some other machines that I'm not. That one on the right there, that's that little silvery one with black and silver one. That's the one that has the Windows 7 on it. That blue one, it's an FIC, First International Computer. It's the first one I ever built. I bought it from Kit. And it's Pentium 4. And it's got Fedora 22 or something on it right now. I need to put the vein on it. It doesn't run it all that good. The other one, Net Pro Max there, it has around the same age of Fedora on it. I was using it to watch TV on it in the living room, but it got to where it couldn't keep up with all the new it's a web browser. It wasn't anything to do with the rest of the operating system. It's the web browser and the Flash and all that junk. Used to let them they could watch Amazon or watch YouTube videos, whatever, on it, but it just got to where it couldn't keep up anymore after a couple of years, about 2 years, I think. So anyway. That's the setup. And see that one up in the back of the rack there? That's the one that's pointing at me. And the one on the little silver tripod is the one that I'm pointing at the laptop, and that's why I see they're only about right at 2 megapixel cameras, so they're not that great, So that's why it's blurry. And now you can see me. Okay, so this is Dawn, and I'm going to take a break, maybe for a little while and come back, or I may be for another day or two. Who knows what I'll do. I don't know yet. All right. Anyway, anybody that watched, thanks for watching, and try to make things that are helpful, but all I'm doing is getting turned around and hung up on stuff. So anyway, that's the way it goes. Bye-bye. Setting there, see, just like that.